Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
While many are criticizing Sam George, others like Ivan Che Mensah are standing strongly with him, descending heavily on TikTokers and DStv critics, insisting we are our own problem and need to be blamed. Stay here on PENDREAM TV as we unpack the whole truth behind what he said into detail. Thank you.
You know, Sands Bacordia.
Yamia don't bend.
Yeah, then Yamia said, I didn't see a hard drain.
Oh, yeah.
A hard dream pool. See, I see a pension. Tonso, I am someone near your dear. You're too ball a good rough with you. Yeah, that is in a year. Now, for your say,
I cried there. Some of these things about perennial or some sort of annual way.
As a ritual be,
unfortunately, we don't seem to have any solution for it, and that is the challenge.
Yeah,
because so toa. I'm on 4 years our crahan and yet.
And yes,
so Muna, I will join one prank fear. The probabilities are by and I wouldn't fear high.
Hey, you know that also is there.
And so when I want coffee, I'll bet my out a car with Tim and sweating. Who said cars and swap cars and got them. So you can imagine it's sad. It's sad. Nothing that where we've got into in a national way.
Yeah.
I think that some of these things, yet may take care of, but.
Okay, there are a lot on our table this morning, and see, you better come in terms of you bet me, I'm making sure say you bet me I share topics in Omar Mohammed, where is Solo, but also Solo Beba next week? Why? Solo next week or buy a Mumisani the NTR or buy a week we are
alternating guest.
Alternative a or buy a Mumisano, more the Bamasua, now for Mamma me watching me into Omar Mohammed or say Ivan is here, where is Solo, but also Solo next week or Beba Mobisana Zakusano. They say, yeah, the choir nima NSI. All right, good morning. You know, sir, the shall here with DStv issues, yeah. I say, me kind of say, no agent, how will crum her. O company be on watching the TV station, yeah. Yes, subscribe to, and also have a national conversation. Because your Minister for Communication, Eddie Nwako Jim, and see, say, so far, baby, you're doing yes, yeah, prizes in the Honomoa. Canada nanka entumu na ebeba na ebem wanya additional channels no ye free but we the same amount but you get additional channels any premium dey keka ho so the whole conversation I bebre and na multi choice for the press release aba and actually no multi esi Sam George achi I say no credit be nkoso between no money minister. I don't know if sana me hu na. I
think that's omudi ne ho fell and now say the media publicity no munya and na no payete ha use the whole TV to discuss to them advert marketing tool or munya because you bo mudin for free they are not paying. You understand? Because I Donald Trump or share the name and say no say or your friend is saying any of the big newspaper like Washington Post I'm find a picture to any moon way manner they will charge him around $100,000 but I'll can't say who I'm carrying free. If you read one of his books it's funny so I think that is a strategy free advertisement and or more enjoy but yeah I think that issues we very often may share from a very different angle. I think that all these things are happening because of weak your friend is saying institutional framework. All things being equal. And yes, Sam George and DStv and there's more a battle this particular thing in the public square. Yeah. Senkaya war proper framework structures in our foreign companies within as a for backroom they are regulated within the perimeters of these frameworks. I am not sure you'll be here because pricing regime, pricing modalities, everything will be clearly spelled out. What we need to do, what I want to mean, all these things will be clearly spelled out. But Enam said, you have a weak institutional framework. Now, you employ any strategy and be available just to evade the system and win. In the course of this negotiation, DStv for a Kasimbi and a million who saw be a crater TV so I can't want them that. Abraham Sam George and negotiating, they told him, say, on Jai, not current price no more, engine no mum, I'm a profit, they will retain it in this country, I'm finding you South Africa. say your mind ya dwen nka you say asam kese no mo ka kire because you cannot go to any foreign your friend say another dispensation na won kon kwaye business winya profit at the end of the year no na wasisa profit nyina do ko okrom bisa Ghana for mo ye adwuma wa America UK anywhere say so with me only big company na winya profit whether they will allow you to push all the money back to Ghana. Nobody will allow you. Because Sikano must be in circulation for a very long time. About 3 years ago, me know on the other platform. Me can say, yen shisha mra ukruma say foreign companies ba kruma na omba ye businesses no munya profit na. We should make a law say a certain percentage of that money should stay in this country for a particular year, and I said some month. So because as long as the money is in circulation, it boosts the economy. But yenya sa MTN ba ye no de call, ShopRite ba no de call. Absa, but South Africa, we don't have companies that want to this Cabrain. Jesus Redeemer Church, Savior, Salvation, Sansim, Hununa, they call South Africa and America. They come here, they open ShopRite and then as for making huge sums of money. Now, what they call. And the finance minister called parliament, about GDP Ghana, across 1 trillion a year, boy, and some, because I said GDP, no, said, was any woman. GDP na yebon kafu no enkra nya adwuma nya unkro for still omo ye hia for ensuo ni na se for a basic amenities you don't have it, but what provide the platform are these people are just harnessing your fans say marketing strategies will be just to make money and they repatriate everything. We need to learn as people. So for them to point out we are going to retain a certain percentage of our money here, it tells us it's something we should have thought about it and done long time ago, so that that thing will not be their bargaining power. And they are not bargaining power, because elsewhere that is what they are doing. No serious country anywhere will allow you, yes, a free market space and a operating in a liberal environment, but come do the business, but don't take the money away at once. Because MTN banner by na onya ni sika we no sell this profits no cost South Africa. Or no CD would do Togo Korea and Toffee. So they will change the money to dollars. I know the day would Usika now was over Hobine was seen the cost. So I know the day one winner and answer will lose. Exactly. But and you know there be a GDP kafu, but Ghana you know here. And I'm say one of the metrics I assess human development. Human development index. I know how we see why I better check it. Literacy level, economic well-being, or lifespan, and then as a form for average Ghanaian not access business the human development index. Say the city don't use the GDP, because the GDP will give you a very gross overview of the economy. Both Nippon no those are foreigners. Your friends say at the end of the day they take their money away. So I think that these are some of the things that we need to do for DStv. You know, some of these things now they will start here. I stand with Sam George. Okay. Because the pricing disparities, it was so huge, especially when no sensible explanation has been offered. Yeah, I understand we are operating a free market space. I will be determined will be so to see the price and as a form. But you see, some of these arrangements, we need to have such discussions, such bargaining way. Who said Ghana for yen short change your more and Ghana for Ghana Mutiano and outrageous said yes in recent times. But you see, because this company is a multinational company, our branches elsewhere, whenever you are engaging them, you have to be very tactful, very circumspect, and very diplomatic in your approach. Some of these things and your social media, your friends are public square, your corner, and I'm a winner and I'm a loser. There are no winners, there are no losers in this whole thing. And your Ghana for a year making sure say we get a proper testing for them. So I think the course of social media could have happened. Back door. Yes, because you see, and Nehemiah happened behind the scenes in governance, a such and they happen within the scene. Because the very moment you bring it up on a social media like this, the company will make sure that we don't get bullied. Because the very moment we are bullied, other countries are going to use the same approach. So you cow down to whatever pressure be with them. Then Benin will start the same thing, because Ghana because when we started it, we cited example that happened in Nigeria that got them to back down. And the answer we are using another approach, social media banter. Then Benin will also adopt similar tactics. By the time I realize now company no good, and no serious company will back down. And untina because Enra ministered the statement about one thing. And for me, I think that is a win, whichever way you see it. And can you ever sign this statement about want to say a promotion?
Yes. Yes.
They are normal. I say you didn't pan fell. Why can't you say a promotion? Then later they bring another statement saying yes, I know more kind of a promotion. Just say some kind of way. I don't know because they are enjoying what is happening. Because publicity now granted for them for free. You understand? So I think next time some of these approaches, we need to be very tactful, modest, and then your choice of words in that kind of way. You're toning it down because through diplomacy and we can achieve a lot. But when it comes public like this, nobody wants to be embarrassed in public. Yeah, Oba. So what did you say? Muna didn't coffee now could behind the scenes. But the very moment we did public and for 4 students and we didn't attempt one day be. But nobody wants to be embarrassed in public. For what I say. So I think such a negotiation, a larger part of it, should happen behind the scenes. Now, outcome should be communicated to people, and people only. And then a lot of MPP we are also taking on to the other side. As he said, they are seeking to ridicule this whole thing because the very moment you do some of these things, you invite in other people to also do politics and so forth. But in all that aside, I think there is a good fight. I will take it upon himself because you see, governance, leadership, politics, it's all about seeking the welfare of the people. You understand? So at any point in time, say, or might be like your friend saying $35. That's a Ghana 8 over 89. I think that we need to come in and ask all the relevant questions. If they have reasonable justification, we are sure that DStv provide but running around it means that they didn't have any explanation for it. You understand? So I think that Ghanaians were being shortchanged, and it's good the minister saw it and came in. Negotiated. Yes, you may not you may disagree with his approach, but I think it's a good cause, and other people should also learn. But for me, it's not about the minister, it's not about DStv. It is but a significant number of people are on the app fooling from morning to evening. A display near my display. No serious app will allow you to show those things, nude pictures, sex pictures, and so forth. And obit me to try the sex pictures, no a kaboom, na afe. Your friends say yes. Exactly. And some of these things are happening. There are Quabranet one of friend my life now see you who know including the panties and everything. Not yet is my way home. I think the communication minister will have to look at TikTok and look at how I able to me I review or control some of the content. Me, I am not against any app. But Neemana air cost honor, we need to be very careful and make sure say Neema yam no consuming the future that lies ahead are very dangerous. We cannot sit here and hide behind some of these things and say, no, there are those who are using it for good, but I think that other people are. Hey, so I'm for using it to fight their depression. Since we will be about it, and will be our life. It's fine. So I think we have a lot to do, and I think that he has to avail his mind to some of these critical areas because you see the social fabrics of our society, facing a mortal threat in our country, and morals in your mind will be. The moral fabric and the moral foundation of our society has been torn apart. There is nothing to be proud of as a Ghanaian. And the churches that are supposed to teach values, that are supposed to teach principles, and now by magic, professor, human or more, them. Nobody is teaching active values anymore. And this is fasting your social fabrics together as a country. A time will come. There will be no you to take anything. So I think that way, I know President Kolanchi way, the cyber security way, no our way, and he made a lot of your friends a very nice statement. And I think that young committed to some of these things, your freedom of whatever. But I think we need to be very moderative in our way just to ensure say things we are pulling out for people to watch, a better idea, a bit to me, a better in line with our culture and where we want to go as a country. Now, because so what you are now in America, Tennessee, who said TikTok, the algorithm I feed America for the Neemana or show to them near Neemana essay or Mokid. Then they gave them ultimatum: either you sell the company to us or we ban you. Back and forth, and then America, TikTok America has been bought from Dance Byte. I'm the owners, and then it's owned by Americans. The back end access everything, so they are going to decide which content they show to their people. You understand? So we may not have the money to buy TikTok Ghana, but I'm sure we need to have this. I'm not mentioning other apps. Yes, in Semunukoso. But TikTok is worse. It's worse. So I'm urging the minister and the government to say, I'm for monensi form. Now I don't say monensi so more threatening president near best near base. I TikTok so I think we need to be very moderative in our approach and ensure say some of these things, we straighten it.
All right. Nelson was say share your volume no man. Okay, admit your volume no. Na Nelson increase also phone no na yen share there. Shawal no was say. Okay, where is this one? And I could see Poku. So the assembly. Stephen Joe, I say, please also we will summon him to God. Ebenezer Mokto, I say, Miss Ivan, please welcome back. How are you doing? You will be my lawyer because I will see you class media soon. Hey, Ebenezer Yabotrawana, Yanu Tessa. Oscar Yabua, or see Innocent, good morning. Joe, so Stephen Joe, or see Innocent, good morning. Where is Brasulu? Will be sent as if you who and the assembly critical. Benjamin, so or show free Kuwait and also watch here. Good morning. But your mon check volume no mame na Nelson so check your phone no mame. All right, enti. Baby, I yet in the Yafa way and to us once and a call. Beef na I start say a war a would move off for no. I know I was wanting would and I do them. All right, Innocent. I think 3 days ago, video no me who over the weekend, but I think 3 days ago, Yana GS a key decision on it. My KNUST Senior High School Assistant Headmaster open Ketwade. Thank you for
staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciates your time and say God bless you for the good work you are doing and continue to do. And if you are really enjoyed this episode of the truth Ivan Che Mensah has spilled, please don't forget to like, share and also subscribe to PENDREAM TV. Don't also forget to turn the notification bell on to keep you updated on PENDREAM TV here as we have covered the whole truth every day in Ghana politics. Until next time, stay tuned and stay focused.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal in Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.